Remember that we're heading for 8,000. So Maria's strategy, we're working together here. We're working together just like the Tang gang. So Maria, Rahel, remember our goal is to reduce the liquidity to a squeeze as we go up to 8K and then to hold that support level while placing small liquidities as the level is established. So what does that actually mean? So I'm going to make this, I'm going to maximize this, and I'm going to try and do some little diagrams here. Okay, so now we want to keep the liquidity thin. If the liquidity is thin, then price can move up and down very fast. Doesn't take a lot of value to move up and down fast. So even from here to 8K, you've still got a 3 to 4x from here to 8K. So there's still gains to be made in BFF if nobody sells. And then once we get to here, now, if we get to 8K and then everyone's like, all right, I'm dumping, then yes, of course, the price can really, really collapse. So I'm going to, can I make this, how do I, here we go. All right, so I'm going to change, how do I, all right, so let's just say it goes up to here. And I'm actually going to thicken that bad boy up and I'm going to change the color because it's probably not so clear. Okay, now, if there's not a lot of liquidity, bang, this could drop very fast. It could drop very fast. It could come down to here within a very short period of time. Now, what Maria is saying that we want to actually do to actually protect the price. So this is the issue that we saw with Hex, by the way, because the liquidity is so thin on Hex, it can go up fast and it can come down fast. Now, this is what we want to protect against with PLP. So where is the little circle? So I'm going to put a little circle here. So I'm going to do some little imaginary pools. So Maria is now saying we want to set up a bunch of liquidity pools. So now we've set up a bunch of different liquidity pools. So what can actually happen here? What can actually happen here is we can see once it gets to this 8K, we can see it connected to INC. We could see it connected to Teddy Bear. We could see it connected to, it's already connected to No Nukes and PLS. We could see it connected to something else within the 414. So Maria's saying we set up a whole bunch of different liquidity pools and connect it to these liquidities. So what does that actually mean? That means if this is INC, oops, INC, we got INC, we're going to have some teddy bear over here, actually, and then we're going to have, actually, I hope you guys can see this. I'll move this just a little bit in case my head's in the way. So we're going to have INC here. We're going to have teddy bear here. Then here we can create, what's another token? Man, there's so many within, I'll just do this one just for the shits and giggles because this is Bill and Greg. So that's TRSI. So that's another token in the 414. And here we can say, actually, let's have a look at this. What could we pair it in? Or if I close this, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to write, oh my gosh, real total brain fart. So ATROPA, I don't think it's paired to ATROPA at the moment. So now we can pair it to ATROPA. So obviously, now the token supply, I don't know it off the top of my head, but let's say the token supply is, boy, I'll do this properly. So let me just get the token supply. So how will I figure out the token supply? So I'm going to copy the BFF address and then I'm going to go to Pulsechain. Here we go. The Pulsechain app, copy and paste. Here we go. BFF. So Bestie Freedom Fighters. So 777. I should have known that. So there's 311 holders. So 777 tokens. Now, if we go here, let's maximize this. So now, if there's 777 supply and the liquidity is thin, so let's say these liquidity pools aren't created, there might only be like, of this 77 supply, the current liquidity pools, I'll do them in a different color. I'll do them in, let's just say we're going to do that in, we'll do it smaller as well. I will do it at the same size actually, because they are equally small. So let's just say at the moment we have, so we've got the No Nukes. And then we have also, so we got, let's just say, I'm just going to do this because I know definitely there is these two pools, but I'll do them in a slightly different color. I'll do them. Here we go. Blue. Actually, screw it. I'll leave them as orange just for clarity. So here we got, I'm going to put NN for no nukes. And then we got PLS, WPLS. Okay, so NN, WPLS. So now, again, we got currently these liquidity avenues. So of this 7/7 supply at the moment, of this 7/7 supply, there might be a pool with WPLS and there might be like 10. I'm just going to pull numbers out of my butt just to highlight this point. And this is how price drops extremely fast. There might be 10 in here, and in the no nukes with compared to no nukes, I'll just put 10 as well. So there might be like 10 to sell to, and there might be whatever the price of no nukes is to this. So there might be, I don't know, 50 no nukes and 10 BFF. And there might be like 50 million WPLS and 10 BFF. So of that 7/7, then we can really only sell 20, which means if someone sells very quickly, you get a big slippage and the price drops a lot because we've only got these two avenues to actually go out of. But if we start to create these new liquidity pools, there's all these different avenues that people can start to come out of. And this is the beauty of the ATROPA ecosystem, which people still, I don't think, are seeing. And this is what I'm gradually starting to see as I'm learning more and more about it, as I'm starting to participate and put more skin in the game. This is actually how I learn. I learn by doing. So now people, if Teddy Bear, now if we just do like an imaginary, just for the sake of this, I'm just going to do, where's the brush, man? Oh, here we go. The brush is here. So I know Teddy Bear at the moment is, I'll have to move this just a little bit more just in case my head's in the way. If Teddy Bear, so Teddy Bear at the moment, I know it's looking approximately like this, right? So it's gone up and then it's hit this price and now it's starting to come down. So this is like a key level. It's coming down. So this was like the local bottom. Now, if this is connected to Bear, what do you think is going to happen here? If Bear keeps dropping here, this is a very attractive avenue for the liquidity to flow through. So my BFF can flow into Bear because Bear is on a nice little dip. And my long-term thesis is Bear is going to continue to moon. So this might also be something that I take profit into because I actually believe Bear is going to moon. I believe Bear is actually going to be the premier meme coin on Pulsechain. And I believe if Pulsechain, oh my gosh, I mean, the evidence is really starting to, like the conviction that I'm having now with Pulsechain, with all this liquidity flowing into it from the sacrifice wallet, it's an inevitability that Pulsechain is going to do extremely well. Can it be one of the best chains? I really do believe it can be one of the best chains. And I think if Richard beats the SEC, it's only going to be even more of an extremely bullish case. So therefore, I think Bear can be one of the best meme coins of this particular bull market. So therefore, I could sell into this pool, maybe into this pool there's, because we want to do small, right? So we're going to do 10 into here. We could have 10 into INC. We could have 10 into TRS. We could have 10 into ATROPA. Oops. And there's all these different holders in all these different tokens. So therefore, I could say between all these different ratios, let's say here TRSI is doing this, it's done this, and now it's having a nice little dip. Again, I might go, hey, TRSI is looking attractive, and I think it's going to keep going up. I'm going to actually take a little bit of my BFF out on this dip here because it's a nice little low. I'm going to take a little bit out on this dip here because it's a nice low. So this is what can actually happen in the ATROPA ecosystem. Now, when you think about all these tokens, there's so many tokens connected to the ATROPA ecosystem. There is so many. It's like dozens, like less than 100, but more than 50. I know that much. Could even be more than 100. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. So this is the kind of thing that you can see. So there's all these little movements that it can ratchet between these different tokens. And I don't need to sell my whole bag. If I bought here, I'm already up. I'm already up like what? It's a 2x now. So hey, I only need to sell half. And buying it here, it wasn't even one BFF. Like the majority holders got the BFF all the way down here. And these guys, these whales are interested in developing this ecosystem. This is something that I'm learning as well. Like, you want to be in an ecosystem where there's benevolent whales who aren't there just to extract value from everybody else. They actually want to protect the ecosystem. They want to expand the ecosystem. They want to grow the ecosystem.